The NHL season might be a few days old, but that doesn't change any of my predictions. So today we are going to feature the Central Division, and alphabetically we are going to start with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks are not a lot different than they were last year. They did lose some key guys like Tara Vinen and Andrew Shaw, but they did add Brian Campbell coming back to Chicago on a short-term, low-money deal. He'll be a good top six defender for this team, but they have the core of Taves, Kane, Keith, Seabrook, and Crawford, and as long as they have those five guys, they will remain competitive in the NHL, and they will continue to be a threat for the Stanley Cup for years to come. They're a good team. Next, we have the Colorado Avalanche, and just like the Chicago Blackhawks, they come into this year with pretty much the exact same roster as last year. They did add Joel Coburn and Fedor Tutin, but they did lose Mikhail Boedker and Brad Stewart. Now, on paper, this team actually looks really good, but advanced stats like Corsi have told us otherwise, and I still cannot believe that in the middle of the summer, Patrick Waugh walked out on this team because he didn't like the direction they were going in, and the Colorado Avalanche were forced to find a coach after all the big-name coaches were already off the market. That wasn't fair. Last season, the Dallas Stars were one of the best teams in the NHL, and I see no reason to think that they will not be again this season. They did lose Alex Goligoski in the offseason, but they replaced him with Dan Hamhuis, so I don't think they lost or gained anything with that acquisition. And the goaltending still isn't Stanley Cup worthy in my opinion. Kari Lehtonen and Antti Niemi will not win you a Stanley Cup, and I think the Dallas Stars will look on improving the goaltending sometime this season if they want to win a Stanley Cup this year, which I think they do because the window to win is now. Now, my second favorite team, the Minnesota Wild, had quite a nice offseason in my opinion. They finally got rid of Thomas Vanek, but they replaced him with another sniper who was terrible at defense, Chris Stewart. However, they did add Eric Staal on a 3-year, $9 million contract, which is a move I absolutely love. With an amazing coach behind the bench in Bruce Boudreau, a very deep lineup, and their two superstars, Zach Parise and Ryan Suter, reaching maybe the last 2 or 3 years of their prime, their window to win is also right now. Now, the Nashville Predators most certainly did not have a quiet offseason. Oh, no way. They traded Shea Weber to the Montreal Canadiens for PK. Yeah, you've heard this trade a million times. Why the hell am I telling you it again? Sadly, that's all they really did this offseason. And as much of a great player PK Subban is, Shea Weber is pretty much just as good. So they didn't get that much better in the trade, at least right now. So I don't think that's going to put them over the edge and winning the Stanley Cup. I thought they had to do more this offseason, and they were really quiet after that trade. They need to do more. The St. Louis Blues didn't have a great offseason in my mind. They lost Brian Elliott, Troy Brouwer, and David Backes, and they pretty much replaced them with David Perron. Not good enough in my mind. This year, St. Louis will be betting on their young players to really take the next step. Guys like Yaskin, Fabry, and especially Jake Allen in net. If those three guys can take massive leaps forward this season, then they will still be competitive for the Stanley Cup. But losing those three guys and pretty much replacing them with David Perron, like I said earlier, that's not going to help you win a Stanley Cup. And finally, we have the Winnipeg Jets, who have a lot of excitement going into this season as second overall pick Patrick Laine will be in the lineup. But let's not forget about other young guys like Kyle Connor, who also has made the team out of training camp and will get at least 9 games with the team. Also, guys like Nicholas Ehlers and Mark Scheifele will have to step it up this season, and they will need a lot more leadership in the dressing room because they lost a lot of it with the departure of Andrew Ladd. So those are the teams in the Central Division. Now my prediction on where they will finish this season, going from 7th to 1st. I have the Colorado Avalanche in 7th. I have the Winnipeg Jets in 6th. I have the Minnesota Wild in 5th, but they will get the second wildcard spot. I have the St. Louis Blues in 4th, getting the first wildcard spot. I have the Nashville Predators in 3rd. I have the Chicago Blackhawks in 2nd. And I have the Dallas Stars in 1st, winning the Western Conference. So that's my preview of the Central Division. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my Facebook page. It's all about hockey. It's called The Hockey Gods, and the link to it is down below. And please email me any questions. If you just want to talk hockey or you have any comments about what I said in this video, please email me at theshanaclan19@gmail.com, and I'll see you back here when we preview the Metropolitan Division.